wherever you are, watching, listening. It's a pleasure to be here, a privilege. And it is, life and a new day gives you a chance to right wrongs, to continuously seek to improve yourself. The people who matter most to you, you're trying to get them to understand that you are wanting to make changes to be better for yourself and for them. And it's an individual pursuit, and I'm fully subscribed to it. It's something I believe in.
Yeah.
Over the weekend, I thought of my contribution to this segment on this Monday, and I went through a whole lot of reading up on what I'd call the UHWI and the boards that have led it over the time of the problems that the Auditor General found, that 6-year period. And I considered what Dr. Dawes said in his video on social media. I considered what he wrote in section F of the Gleaner on Sunday. Considered all of that, and that was what I was preparing to do, only to see after 2 this morning that statement that Catcore had left us. And Catcore leaving us has caused me to think of contributions of Jamaicans and how many Jamaicans can accurately be listed under the caption great, or on the headline great, under the headline great. He's just one of many. And there was a time when you were perhaps a teenager or you're in your young 20s, when you were getting good in a particular area and you felt as if, you were the best and you had more ability than others and everything. And you were quickly disabused of that notion, because you would read a book that was brilliantly written. You'd read 10 more books that were brilliantly written. You'd watch a movie that was brilliantly acted and produced and directed. You'd hear a song that was brilliantly produced and recorded. You'd watch a stage show performance that was brilliantly done. You'd watch a football match and see someone put in a virtuoso display and make those things common. You'd watch other sport and see excellence. And you realize that human beings are excellent people.
Yeah.
Human beings are outstanding, and there's no one person greater than any other person. It's just a lot of people who are outstanding. And so, believe it or not, from Catcore to making that acknowledgement about great people this morning, in the wee hours of the morning. Look at the science before you wake up early, so we just work with it. My mind went to a gentleman, Tana, who has been very important in the history of this country. Years ago, many years ago, there was a column written about him in the newspaper. And from my memory, that was the only time that someone came forward to give this man his flowers for what he did to Jamaica, or for Jamaica. The man I speak of has the distinction of getting his memory perpetuated by its association with one of our secondary schools, William Knibb Memorial High School in Trelawney. People from Trelawney call it Knibb School. We outside call it William Knibb Memorial High School. And Knibb is significant. And again, I thought of Knibb after thinking of Catcore and the great Jamaicans and greatness. Knibb's greatness is wrapped up in the fact that at the time when so many Black people taken from their homes in Africa, brought here to work as slaves, had every cause to hate the white man for what the white man had done to create slavery, to perpetuate it, and to make Black people suffer. William Knibb was a white man who advocated for the end of slavery. Now, I'll tell you a quick story about William Knibb. William Knibb came to Jamaica 1 month after he got married in 1824. In fact, his brother Thomas Nib had come to Jamaica in 1822, but Thomas Nib died 14 months after coming to Jamaica. And so William Nib, whose father was a drunkard, mother was a church worker. When Thomas Nib died, William said to his mother, well, the people in Jamaica have written to me asking if I can come and replace Thomas Nib at the school where he was teaching. The school maybe now Calabar was at the time was Calabar Elementary. They've asked me to replace him there. Can I go? His mother was ailing and she said, well, you'd be no son of mine if you turned down that invitation. And so 1 month after taking on a wife, William Nib travels to Jamaica in 1824 and began his work. Traveled between Jamaica and the UK numerous times, evangelizing about why slavery was wrong. And even in the period of apprenticeship, when they said, all right, slaves can work and, get paid for excess hours and be able to own your own property in certain strict respects, he was still adamant that that wasn't enough. And I say that when the history of this country is written, we have our national heroes. We have other people who we believe should be elevated into the halls. William Nib is arguably the most important white man in the history of Jamaica. And I stress white man not because I'm trying to draw racial lines, but because what he did, you wouldn't expect a white man to do that. Perhaps a colored man who had black in his veins, you'd expect to say, okay, let me plug into this. Let me be an abolitionist. Let me work hard. And time doesn't allow me to go into all of that, the work that he did. But from the creating the conditions that would have emboldened Daddy Sharp, the Christmas Rebellion 1831, and coming forward and agitating before that, after that, having his church burnt down, being persona non grata among whites in Jamaica, lampooned when he went to the UK to advocate, traveling the country making speeches about why the black man is no less than the white man. I believe that when we seriously sit down and think about the people in this country whose work helped us to secure an identity and to secure ourselves through freedom, William Nib's name, it deserves more. Yes, he was given the Order of Merit. At the time, the only white man given that honor. But I think it deserves more. And the spirit of Nib and his greatness in that area, you can see a line and draw a line straight to people like Cat Core. And I'm not saying that Cat Core was an abolitionist for the end of slavery. Obviously not. He was up a different time. But he was great in his music. And what I'm saying is that the people like Core and what they did, what they made, music that will live on, music that freed people spiritually, music that uplifted people mentally, gave you a stronger sense of self, helped you to forge an identity. I'm saying it's that kind of greatness that has me thinking of those things, twinning them, drawing parallels between them, and looking at my country and my people and saying, my God, some wicked people there here, but some great Jamaicans are walking among us as ordinary people day in, day out. And their work has helped to make this place one of the greatest places on the face of this earth. And perhaps it is the mood I was in, coming from on the border of St. Elizabeth and Westmoreland on Friday, where I saw people who would tell me that, listen, I've been selling at border frying fish for 30 years.
Yeah.
And I've never seen anything like Melissa. Melissa is worse than every other disaster we've faced, multiplied by 1,910. If you multiply all of them, put them together, multiply by that, they equal Melissa. And I said, so immediately you never think, boy, that's it. Them say, absolutely not. Absolutely. The day after we come out here, I look and I say, all right then, which part me can put back my style?
Yeah.
It's resilience. And why is resilience? how is it related to the substance of what I'm saying this morning? Because people meeting obstacles, people coming up against insurmountable odds, it looks like, never lose the sense of optimism. And they know that in them there's greatness. In people around them there's greatness. Sean Paul came and he helped. The Minister of Industry, Investment and Commerce, Albin Hill, and his team came and helped. Other people came and helped. And they knew that they could get things back together. So I think the message this morning as I leave this is this. For every one of the wicked Jamaicans, just imagine that they are in the minority. The good ones outnumber the wicked ones significantly. The ones frothing up on social media, who wake up, stretch, yawn, do their morning ablutions, and then determine who them are going to tear down today, those are in the minority. They are not like us, not like you, certainly not like me, not like Tana. Mm-hmm. And when the history of this country is written, those are not the ones who will define us. And those are not the ones we'll be defined by. It's by people like Cat Core and the music they made. It's by people like William Nib and the contributions they made. And it's going to be by people like those who have worked, hustled at border for decades, who've got the optimism to rebound and have rebounded. Them, they're the people who will define how this country is referred to years from now. So make those who rant and rage, laugh at them. They're here for mirth. Time and place for everything. And those who provide mirth, the clowns, the wicked ones, are here for entertainment.